Alright, welcome to SAT video number 6. Here we're going to talk about this next question, but before we do that I do want to refer back to the last video. If some of you may have read a little bit further in the passage, and it does say Napa has shown that they can also determine the longitude, their position on the east-west axis. Okay, this actually feeds more of the answer B than anything else. So this kind of like really confirms it. There's a cost entailed though, right? We had read up to somewhere around here, right? So we were looking for the answer in this section in the previous video. If you continue to read, you would get some more information that kind of confirms it. But what I want to stress here is that even if that was it, we just looked at the section that we were concerned with, the section that we were concerned with illustrates that these other three are incorrect. So B would be the best answer. Okay, so here again we see this sort of issue of time management versus going straight to the question, and it's not a perfect science. Some things come at a cost of something else, and this again is why I'm saying you have to practice. But we're here now to solve this next question. This question asks us to go to line 32. So I'm going to go to line 32. Notice I haven't read the whole passage. I'm just at line 32. So let's read here. Before now we knew that several animals migrate from the loggerheads to reed warblers to sparrows. Had some way of working out longitude, but no one knew how. Okay, so the author refers to reed warblers and sparrows primarily to do what? So I'm going to reread this with focusing on what the question is asking here. And let's see if we can actually really see if you can figure out what is this. Why would you be saying this? Before now, we knew that several animals, migrants from loggerheads to reed warblers to sparrows, had some way of working out longitude, but no one knew how. Okay, so why refer to several other animals, right? Well, it seems to be that, look, loggerheads are not alone. There are other animals there are other, I guess, turtles. Well, other animals, I shouldn't say turtles. There are other animals that follow this similar sort of pattern, right? So we have kind of an idea of what the answer would be. There are other animals, right? Let's look at the answer choices. To contrast the logger's migration pattern with those of other species. There's no contrast here, right? It's just saying, hey, it's actually saying they're similar, not different, right? So contrast would be the wrong word to use. There's no way A is correct. B, provide examples of species that share one of the logger's turtle's ability. Well, yeah, right? I mean, there are other animals like them, right? So this seems to be correct. Suggests that most animal species possess some ability to navigate long distance. And this is where you have to read very carefully. It's not saying all animals have this ability, right? There's nowhere that it says all animals. It's just saying there are these other animals that have similar abilities, right? So C is wrong, right? D, illustrate some ways in which ability to navigate long distance can help a species. Well, it's not saying how it can help. It's saying that they have these abilities, but it's not talking about helping in this specific line. So this is where again, I'm using tone very loosely here, but tone is important here, right? Really, what is it talking about? And so you have to read very, very, very closely and carefully. So that's the answer. The answer is B. Nothing else really matches. Again, I want you to note that all I did, what did I do? I went to the question. I read the question, I went through the line that the question was talking about, and I answered the question. I didn't read through everything. I didn't need to understand everything. I just needed to know that line. Hopefully that makes sense, and I will see you guys in the next video.